Why are Fortnite tournaments no longer fun? You heard that right. A lot of players in the community recently have been talking about how Fortnite tournaments are losing their appeal. And I can relate. Recently, Fortnite tournaments are just seeming to just have a little bit of vibe lost in them. They're just not what they used to be. And here are some reasons why. These reasons explain the players' lack of enjoyment in the competitive industry at the moment, as well as explain why not as many players are playing the Fortnite tournaments at the moment. The first reason that could explain this is the burnout. Playing the same game over and over again can become tedious, especially for someone that's been playing Fortnite for years. The lack of variety in any game of the same mechanics can make it feel less exciting, and tournaments for a lot of people have begun to feel repetitive. This is probably why we see some of the big players quitting. They've made enough money now and have been playing for years, it's just no longer fun for them. Although this is a reason for select few people, so what about the rest of the people? Well, for some of the people less talented at the game, they've been feeling the weight of increased competition, because as Fortnite tournaments have gained in popularity, the competition is way more challenging now. The skilled players who spend hours perfecting their mechanics are way more likely to win than the casual players who just hop on for the tournament. This can cause demotivation and leading to players like more casual players stop playing Fortnite tournaments. Again, we're hitting a very small percentage of the players here, so why are the main proportion of players not enjoying Fortnite tournaments anymore? I'm going to have to say this is mainly because of the changes they've added into the game recently. The last 2 seasons by no means have been perfect, with hammers 2 seasons ago which annoyed a lot of the player base, and it was very laggy the entirety of last season. But it seems we've just combined the 2 worst things of having overpowered weapons and laggy servers. I personally have never seen a servers worse than this. Even off spawn I'm getting so much lag and I can hardly fight. This makes it incredibly unskillful, as sometimes I see myself building but the builds aren't placing on my competitors' screens. This means they have a 3 shot at me and I actually built the structure. I shouldn't have to tell you, in a competitive game such as Fortnite, this is not good. Bar the servers, some of the weapons this season are just plain ridiculous. Last season we had the flare gun re-added, which is part of an augment called Silenced Armory or something along those lines, where you'd get a flare gun with 6 charges in and a silenced pistol. This was quite a balanced thing, as only a couple people per match had this augment, and I thought Fortnite were going to keep it that way. However, it seems this season they've added flare guns to the normal loot pool as well, so you can find them at a chest and in floor loot. At first I wasn't sure of the implications this would have, however we now know it had traumatic implications on the Fortnite scene. Sometimes it feels like there is no strategy in fights anymore. It's just flare gunning up in the air every 4 seconds to see where everyone is. The effect lasts way too long and has an unlimited amount of people to tag, so if there's a 50-man endgame, you can make sure you know where every single player is in that endgame, which isn't really fair. However, this thing is even worse in duo fighting. There is pretty much no 2v1ing in Fortnite anymore due to flare guns. The ability to just flare gun the remaining solo player after you've killed the duo and just track them down to the ends of the earth. There's no way of them hiding because you know exactly where they are, and the flare gun marks them through walls. They really need to balance the flare gun out, maybe have 1 charge or 2 charges per flare gun, or make them a lot more rare, because at the moment it is almost unplayable. I would also like to talk about the time to kill in this meta. The time to kill is incredibly low. If you don't know what that means, it's the amount of time it takes to go from 200 to 0 health if someone's shooting at you. This problem is made even worse by the flare guns, with guns like the Flapjack rifle and the Combat SMG dealing 200 to 0 damage in about 1 second. If someone catches you unawares and marks you when they know exactly where you are, they can sneak up on you and hit the nicest shots. You can go from being perfectly chilling to dead in less than a second. I don't think that's very skillful, especially for tournaments. It happened to me yesterday and I really didn't enjoy it. If you are enjoying the video so far, make sure you use code JKC in a Fortnite item shop to support the content. And let's talk about the Transformer Blasters. As part of the Transformer collab, these blasters were added, and although it takes a long time to pull out, in the stack lobbies they are not fun. Just one of these per team is incredibly powerful, as it destroys pretty much every single build instantly over a blast radius of about 2 boxes. Especially with the server so laggy, having to rebuild all of this is terrible, because you're going to be getting sprayed and sprayed. Don't even get me started when both the teammates have this, because you can double Transformer beam a team, and that instantly does 100 damage to both players. On the subject of more overpowered weapons, this one I don't mind as much. It is the HEISTED shotgun. It's incredibly overpowered, but not as many people have it, so it's incredibly rare to run into a duo team that has it. But if you do, the HEISTED accelerant shotgun has just been nerfed. It will not break through fully built metal wall, however it will break through wood and brick. If you come up against a team with this, one of them can shoot out the wall and the other one can hit a really clean headshot straight away. However, in solos, this thing is crazy. If one player has it, then they can just jump in instantly, and they can take walls just by shooting at it. I'm glad Epic has nerfed this, because it was pretty insane before they nerfed it. It's still incredibly powerful though, so we'll see what they do with it from here. The final thing I want to talk about is cheating. Cheating has become a bigger problem recently, especially since Chapter 3. Fortnite used to be a game where there was hardly any cheating, but now it's really ramped up. I was a player who never ran into a cheater until about Chapter 4, but then I ran into about 6 in a month, and died to 3 in tournaments. No doubt cheating makes tournaments so much less fun. It feels so unsatisfying to die to a cheater, because they're not even playing the game properly. Fortnite has to do something to correct this soon, as players are losing interest in a game because of the bag changes, the lag in the server, as well as general burnout. Let me know what you think of the new changes in the comments, and watch this video here where I played Mario Kart in Fortnite.